Hello, welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We are here for the top 5 comics of the week. So,
New channel. Who
new
dis?
channel. Who this? Tommy's Top Picks on a new channel, Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. So, if you are seeing this video and don't realize we're on a new channel, click the subscribe button so you can see our videos where we talk about comic books, because we are now going to be over here. We separated our comic book content from our card content. I also made a new channel called Tommy's Top Tabletop, where I'm going to be doing some
top tabletop.
Tommy's Tabletop in that. So, go check that out too. I have a trailer up there. I thought it was pretty funny and witty. And then I just finished building the table this weekend, so I will be good to go and paint. I might actually paint after we're done here. So pretty excited about that. So there will be painting
and
videos.
Make sure to also make sure to follow us on Twitter at Tommy's Top Picks. We will be announcing giveaways for comic book subscribers.
Yep.
Whether it be you have to comment or repost something, but we'll be announcing those here shortly, probably before next week's top 5 episode.
Yep. So we will be announcing the things here and on Twitter. But the contest will be run through Twitter. So make sure you follow us at Tommy's Top Picks. Still the same Twitter as before, just the YouTube channels are different. So, You want to dive into our top 5?
Yeah, let's just get started on these top 5s.
All
we got them. We got to get to making the year.
Top 5 this week is Daredevil, number 4. At number 5.
So this one is called, at number 5 is number 4. This is called The Red Fist Saga Part 4. A perilous trek for months, Elektra Nachios has been developing a plan to save the world from the violent and ruthless Hand by rebuilding its opposite equal, the Fist. And with the world at large believing he's dead, Matt Murdock has become her most trusted ally. But Elektra needs more than just an ally, she needs a partner. And in this issue, Matt and Elektra will grow closer than ever before. So, from what I have heard, they get married. Some crazy shit. Like king and queen of the Fist. So,
seems like a big deal book.
Zdarsky. Just doing wild stuff,
Can't stop him. Can't stop the man.
So I think this one's going to be interesting, just especially as a Daredevil fan. It's going to be a fun one to have, and probably almost a good place to jump in if you haven't. But I mean, you're only 4 issues in. Yeah. Like, might as well start from number 1 if you haven't.
Are you really just 4 issues in? Do you think 4 issues ago was a good jumping on point, or do you think Zdarsky's previous run? I think people should go back and
you got to read it all, but obviously you can't.
It's a little confusing because they decided to renumber it, but it's the same. It's the same story.
Yeah. Well, when they have him replaced by Elektra for so long and all that, sometimes you just need a fresh number 1.
It's true. It's a big deal. Well, moving on to our number 4 is going to be Black Panther number 10, titled Range Wars Book 2. The devastating finale of Range Wars, while the colonists keeps the Avengers busy fighting his army. He sends his most dangerous lieutenant, the Buffalo Soldier, to deal with T'Challa with advanced weaponry that can damage vibranium. T'Challa must think fast if he hopes to survive this fight and keep Earth from becoming the latest acquisition of the colonist.
Colonialist.
The colonialist.
Oh, the colonialist. So this one is supposed to be a big first issue or first appearance, or at least full appearance. So we have
the Buffalo Soldier.
The Buffalo Soldier. So that's him on the cover too. So it's his first cover appearance and first full appearance in the comic. So lots of spec around this one, just because it's new villain for Black Panther.
It's a pretty cool cover too. I really like the buffalo in the back.
Yeah, it looks like whatever he did really screwed up the Black Panther's day.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like he has a he has a gun that can just shoot vibranium.
Seems pretty legit. Let's move on to our number 3. It's going to be Batman Incorporated number 1.
So this one is called No More Teachers, Part 1. From the pages of Batman comes an all-new, all-exciting adventure for Ghostmaker and his Batman Incorporated team. The team's trust issues and detective skills are immediately put to the test when someone from Ghostmaker and Batman's recent past is brutally murdered. Is this an isolated event, sending a message to the two, or is it the start of something darker and more sinister? Hint, it's sinister and dark. The all star creative team of Ed Brisson and John Timms chart a new future for Batman Inc. in this new, exciting, ongoing series loaded with adventure, excitement, and amazing new members and villains. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Whew.
So we get a couple of first appearances here, right?
Yeah, so I think we have two new Batman, or well, Batman Inc.
Yeah.
members
Right.
that are going to be introduced. Uh, but I'm just also excited because like Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter,
Oh, yeah.
like that.
The new
This
tiny
is where we're going to
characters.
get more of them.
I just want
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
yeah. I would keep following what they're doing. So this is going to be following up from Batman Annual too, because that's where it kind of laid the groundwork for the two of them being at Batman Inc.
Right.
after all the stuff with Williamson's run. Um, but yeah, so this one, two first appearances, just seems like a good place to read, anyways, just because Ghostmaker is badass.
And and Batman Incorporated stories are always a blast. Like some of the first comics I got into were around the Grant Morrison Batman Incorporated characters.
Yeah,
And so I mean it has a warm spot in my heart. So anytime a new Batman Incorporated anything comes up, I'm always pretty excited.
yeah.
Let's move on though to number 2 is going to be Star Wars Visions number 1. Let's see if I can. There we go. From the creative mind behind the Star Wars Visions episode The Duel comes an all-new story. Takashi Okazaki is continuing his storytelling from the acclaimed Star Wars Visions episode The Duel, featuring the Ronin, the mythology of Star Wars infused with elements of feudal Japan, makes this issue a must-read for Star Wars and manga fans alike.
So you didn't watch the show, right?
No, but you spoke highly
This
of it.
this is like it was an interesting show. Um, I think there's a lot to like about it. There's a lot that some of it I didn't get behind, but all in all, it was really cool. And each episode's done in like different styles. But the issue that this is coming off of, the duel, was one of my favorites.
Okay, so they picked the right one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's done by the dude who did Afro Samurai, which I
Okay.
don't know if you
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah.
watching that.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just like a badass lightsaber duel, um, between two red blades too.
Nice.
Like, yeah, it's like a Ronin dark side wielder versus like an Inquisitor, basically. And it's such badass action. So this is going to be a cool one. I'm definitely going to pick this up, just for fun.
Yeah, no,
And anybody who likes like mangas and stuff like that, this is for you.
I didn't know it had a show behind it, but I saw the cover when I was doing my weekly pull, and usually I'll pick like I have my pull list, but then that I always grab, but then there's always like one or two number ones that I'll try out, and this was one that I did have them
Yeah.
set aside.
Dude, watch the show though. Anybody out there who hasn't watched
I'm gonna
Visions,
watch it now.
like,
I didn't read
like
the synopsis, so until
it's
we
one
were
of those
working
things.
on
Just
our
lay
top five.
down, just like lay down in bed and watch it. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Is it like a full like it's a half hour or an hour
Eh,
or is it one of those like
it's like
Disney shows that's like 10, 15 minutes?
it's like 19 minutes
Okay,
sometimes.
okay,
Like,
okay. Yeah. All
yeah,
right, that's
they
fair.
vary. Each issue varies or episode varies.
Cool.
But no, it's just fun. It's fun.
Nice.
And like there's weird stuff, there's weird art, there's really good art, it's all over the place.
I can get behind that. Let's move on. Number 1 continuing on the Star Wars hype train, is Star Wars The High Republic #1.
So this is going to be the start of the second phase of the High Republic.
We had the first
So,
series.
yep. And now we get a whole new #1, seemingly a completely different story. Not sure if there's a time jump or anything, but it's called Balance of the Force, Chapter 1, The Pilgrim Moon. So a new chapter begins for Star Wars The High Republic. 150 years before the fall of Starlight, another beacon burns bright in the galaxy, a beacon of faith and spirituality. Jeddah, the pilgrim moon, the Kyber heart, but tensions are rising in the holy city and dark days are to come. Jedi Vildar Mac, a Jedi safe and secure in who he is and what he could be, arrives at Jeddah's fragile peace as Jeddah's fragile peace begins to crumble, but a nightmare awaits, a nameless terror that will become the stuff of legend. Yeah, that's sweet. So it
Yeah,
is
it's exciting.
150 years
Yeah,
before what we just read.
right.
So spoke too soon. We do know there is a time difference. I should really read some of these first.
It's when we pick our top 5 secret, we just honestly what we're most excited about this week.
Yeah, and we're
For sure.
getting better at
Yeah. And
like
honestly, like synopsis, like we've read a bunch of articles, so we just know what we're excited about and just pick off of that. But
So this one though is going to be sweet. And also, if you don't know, the issue 1 of the last High Republic series was highly sought after. There
yeah,
was a good while
yeah.
where it was selling for a lot of money, and like some of the variants still are selling real high.
I have the
And
Yoda one.
yeah, I missed the Yoda. I didn't get that one. I wish I did. They just didn't have it.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, this is supposed to be what Star Wars fans are supposed to be excited about too. Like
Absolutely.
this is the next phase of the movies, and this is where they want us to go from here. Like from the end of the movies that we've seen.
I think
Like,
it's a super interesting timeline. And
yeah,
they
and
can
I
explore
love that
there's so much that they can explore with it.
there was talk that they had like a writers summit for all of the Star Wars content,
Mhm.
and that's what they were talking about was the High Republic. So
I think there's the most
like
opportunity to explore new things,
yeah,
new stories.
and so this one's gonna be sweet, and we've seen Jeddah now in the movies.
Mhm.
Um, we know that that's where most of the Kyber crystals are, so you're getting into some lightsaber stuff, which I'm always there.
Sure.
I'm always
Yeah.
there for lightsabers. Um, but no, it's gonna be a sweet book. It's gonna be like picking up the main line of Star Wars.
Without as many tie-ins.
Yeah,
There will be
that's
some.
true.
There's always some. It is
There
Marvel.
are some.
It is Marvel.
You gotta have some. Are
But
you really telling a good story if it doesn't require jumping around?
yeah. That's just me.
Well, guys, I think that's where we end it, right?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week with next week's top 5 comics.
And make sure to go and follow us on Twitter, where we're going to be updating you guys, as things go on at Tommy's Top Picks. Also on Instagram, you can follow me at Murphy's_comics and also at Tommy's Top Picks. All right.
Catch you guys next week.
Well, see ya.